preacher spoke for Frank Field, who couldn't be there because he's, of course, in a hospice. And in that debate, he said, I changed my mind on a sister dying when an MP friend was dying of cancer. I wanted to die early, before the full horror set in, but he was denied this opportunity. So people are changing their mind in light of real circumstance and people we all know. And he further went on, it is thought that people will be pressured into ending their lives. The number of assisted deaths in the US and Australia remained very low, under 1%. And a former judge in Victoria said, pressure from relatives just hasn't been an issue. So there are legitimate fears, but empirically they haven't been borne out. A senior consultant, a surgeon who served in Swansea for 30 years, wrote to me and said, I know that terminal care services here are inadequate. And that's something we need to change, of course. Even in the best areas, several conditions cannot be successfully managed. In all other areas of healthcare, the patient's wishes are paramount. So it should be here. The new proposals are modest and in line with current national survey reports. Think for a moment of what your personal view might be if you were diagnosed with a condition like motor neuron disease. And the question here for me is, should the state be allowed to force people into a condition of escalating physical and mental trauma, of debilitation and pain, as with motor neuron disease? Should they have that right? And I don't think the state should have that right, because they're worried about, the slippery slope effect that it empirically hasn't been borne out in Australia and the United States. Obviously, palliative care must be an option. Obviously, we need to invest more in palliative care. And people may have palliative care then turn to assisted suicide some way, in a planned way, without having to be forced prematurely to die, if they've got the money to do so,